Hello and welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Love Bag Show. My name is Charity Gordons and today we are going to be talking about being single, or in other words, singlehood. And to take us through that are Mr. Caston Kioni, who is a financial analyst, and Ms. Wambui Ngunyi, who is an accountant. Thank you so much for finding time to be with us today in studio. So we're talking about being single. Let me start off by asking you, why are you single?
Why am I single? Wow, that is a very good question. The reason why I'm single, first of all, I'm single by choice. It's a choice I made to be single several years ago. Yeah, and mainly why I made that choice was because I didn't feel ready for commitment. I didn't feel I was ready for any big commitment. Yeah, so I made the choice to remain single. Plus, I also wanted freedom, to have some freedom. Yes, and plus I also wanted to achieve some things before getting into a relationship or getting into a serious relationship with someone. Yeah, so but mainly it's a choice that I made.
Yeah, and maybe to add on what Mercy has said, why am I single? Being single, it's a choice. And again, there's time for everything. Even the Bible tells us that there's time for everything. There's time to be born, a time to die. So, and I believe, like as for me being single, it gives me time to do quite a number of things that I wanted to achieve before I went into marriage. So I think being single, I'll not say that it's bad. I can't say it's bad or good, but it's a choice, and it has the two sides of the coin. Yeah, so I am single because there are things I want to achieve, and again, there's something that I really want to do, being alone and being single. But I would not say that it's a bad option, or neither is it the best option. It depends. Yeah, I will give a timeline for that.
Okay.
Yes.
So you both say that you're single by choice. When you talk about being single by choice, does this mean that if you have somebody by your side, you cannot achieve what you want to achieve in future?
Well, that is a question many people ask me. They ask, do you mean that you can't achieve these things you want to achieve while in a relationship? My perspective, or rather my view in this, is that there are things you can't be able to achieve while you're in a relationship, mainly because relationships need time, they need commitment. So if I compare two people, a person who's single and not committed and a person who's single and committed, there's quite a difference. Yes, both of you are single because you're not yet married, but there's quite a difference. For this person who's single and not committed, you have all the freedom to do whatever it is you want to do. And as for me, I'm a Christian, so I have all the time to serve God. I have all the time to attend those keshas. I don't have to keep texting someone, good morning, good night, have you eaten, all those things. But you see, for a person who's in a relationship, you have to invest some time in this relationship. So you'll have to spare time to go spend some time with this person, also text and do all those stuff. So yes, there's a difference between being single and not committed and being single and committed.
Yeah, if I had to respond to that question about when you are single and maybe when you're married, it doesn't mean that when I talk about achieving some things when being single, or what I want us to understand is that being single, it shows that there's a time that you need to maximize, because not unless if you want to serve God the rest of your life, like Paul said, at some point you'll get married. And therefore it's good that you maximize your singleness. And it's good that from a Christian perspective, being single, it means that you allocate more time to serve God and more time to achieve those things that you will not be in a position to do once you get married. Because getting married, it should be a sign of commitment. If we talk about marriage from a Christian perspective, then it means that you are going to get fully committed. So when you are single, you can actually give God, let me say, 100%. Yeah, but when you get married, remember the same Bible is telling us I think it's in the book of 2 Corinthians.
Yeah.
It is telling us that once you get married, then you are supposed to give much time to God and also to your family. So what I mean, it doesn't mean that when you get married you can't achieve those things, but what I want us to understand that it's good to get committed once you get married. And when you are single, it's a time for you to serve God, and know that time that most of us waste when you are single, because actually most of us we waste a lot of time. And when you get married, I'll give an example.
Yeah.
Like I've seen, I'm not being gender biased.
Okay.
Neither do I want to. But I've seen. Let me just give this example. You find most of the ladies who get married in early ages.
Yeah.
Like when they get married before 25, they get into marriage. But after 25, you still find they are married, but they still want to hang out. I mean, they still want, there's a time that they missed. They want to hang out with the young generation. Call it I don't know whether it's the Y or the X generation. Yeah. But you find being single, yes, there are things that you can really do so that time when you get married, you'll not say that I really wasted my time. It's good to invest your time, and more so in God, serve God, and pursue your dreams. Because most of the times, like education, it's not easy for you to pursue, maybe when you're in a marriage setup, because you have kids there, they also want to go to school. Yeah, so there are things actually you can't do when you're married. Yeah, but I'm not saying that. In fact, when you get a good wife or a husband, the better.
Yeah, somebody could be watching you right now and saying to themselves that you look too lovely to be single. So how do you handle, like for you, Caston, and for you, Mercy, how do you handle people from the opposite sex when they approach you wanting to be in a relationship with you? How do you tell them off in a polite way?
I just avoid leading them on. I avoid encouraging them. Yeah, and I like making my point clear very early that I'm not ready for any relationship, so that if you insist on pursuing and you receive some rejection or neglection from me, you won't ever blame me and tell me you didn't tell me this, you didn't tell me that. So I try my best in a very kind and loving way to tell them or show them that I'm not interested in a relationship right now. I'm not interested in commitment right now, maybe in future, but not right now. We could be friends, yeah, but more than friends at the moment, not now. Yeah.
True, it's a nice question, and I think I'm a victim so many times. Yeah, but I think, like she said, it's all about being open. Because when you talk, you get free. So when maybe, you see, like for us men, we call them green lights. Yeah. So maybe when ladies approach you, they want some form of commitment. If you're not ready, it's always good that you just be open. Tell them, like for now, I am not ready for a commitment. I do not want to get married for reasons that I'm going to explain. But again, you see, one of the mistakes that you do in both genders is maybe to give someone a chance and yet you're not ready for a commitment.
Don't you fear pushing someone away, and perhaps that is the person God has sent for you?
Yeah. So sure, it's good that you see a relationship, it doesn't happen in one day. And for you to get even marriages requires that you know a person, you get to know so many things, both the negative side of it, the positive side of it. So I think for me the best thing to do is that, because I want to believe that no one will approach you in one day and tell you that maybe you want to get married. Even you yourself, though there are things you want to achieve, probably you could see a bit of future in that person. So you don't just push someone away, but there's always a way that you can sit down on table, handle out things, maybe tell that person, yes, probably you have good qualities, but it's a matter of time. And if that person is probably patient, then you can maintain the friendship. You might not know where it will end. But probably if someone is in a hurry to get married, then I'm afraid you just have to be clear that probably, yes, I admire these qualities, but I'm not ready. But it's always good that you avoid heartbreaking someone.
So what are some of the advantages of being single apart from having some alone time?
So go first.
Okay. When you are single, apart from you being in a position to do quite a number of things, travel here and there, another advantage is that you are in a position to have a good social life. What do I mean? Because when you are single, you are able to bond with so many people. Like for me now, since I know that there's no one probably is in the house, then I'm in a position of even engaging other youths. There are people who are below you that you can mentor. And you see, sometimes when you get into marriage, it's a lifetime commitment. Actually, it's a covenant. And you see, but when you are single, you are able to advise so many people, maybe younger than you or even older than you, as long as from a Christian point of view, you have the Bible. You know, the Bible is the law. So you are able to do ministry work in a very, without any external pressures. You are able even to give time to your family. Because I believe, I don't mean that when you get married you forget your family. But you see, it's like now you have to share, you have to divide your roles, your time. So other than you having quite a huge time to do quite a number of things, you are also in a position to do kind of a mentorship program. I mean, you're able to meet with people that can build you and that can help you even to impact the society. So you can be a value to the society, at that time.
So as a single person, are you happy?
Of course, I am extremely happy as a single person.
Can you take us through what makes you happy as a single person?
Okay, first of all, contentment. Contentment in the Lord and knowing that there's time for everything. Ecclesiastes 3:8 to 11. It tells us that there's time for everything. So I will pursue a relationship later on in life. Yes, I look forward to getting married. I believe I have been called for marriage because there are people that have also been called for singlehood for the rest of their lives. So knowing that there's time for everything and that when I trust in God, that time will come, I have found so much contentment in that. And that's why I find there's just joy, joy and happiness surrounds me, knowing that that time will come at the right appointed time, God's timing, that time will come. So the moment you have that mindset with you, you will be extremely happy in singlehood.
Caston, are you happy being single?
Yes, I'm happy. As you can see, I'm happy. Actually, I normally say that singleness is a gift. It is one of the gifts that most of us as the young people, we don't realize. Not unless when it's too late, until when you get married and you start asking yourself, I wish I could have done this. So I am happy in the sense that, first of all, I have accepted the fact that I am single for this
it all
particular
starts
time.
with acceptance.
Yes, because the moment you don't accept, and you see, most of us, and most of the young people, one of the biggest challenges that we are facing is that we want to behave as if you're married and you're not married. So, and if you want to get married, you want to take a shortcut. You don't want to get the right channel that you need for you to get married. So, yes, I am happy. I've accepted the fact that I am single for this particular time. And the other reason that I am happy is that because I know I'll not be single forever.
Okay, so you already believe that?
Yes, I believe that. And well, there's a scripture in the Bible, I think it's in Isaiah I'm not sure of the chapter and the verse. Well, I don't know whether it's really relevant for this discussion, but it says that there's no one will actually lack a mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah.
So, and it's true, if the Bible records that, you see, it's a matter of you living up to the word of God, because that is the constitution that you live to if you are a Christian like me. And that is what should guide you and tell you, yes, I want to get married at some point in future. What are you supposed to do so that you get married? Of course, is that you live, you praise God. If I have to take you back to the same Bible, 1 Corinthians 7:32, it says that an unmarried man should not be anxious, but instead he should show full commitment to God. So that one means that when you are single, you should be happy serving God. But it doesn't mean that when you are serving God, you forget to socialize, because you can fall the other side of the coin. Yeah, there are people who believe that you see, marriage will only happen in heart. So it's very clear that even as you serve God, form friendship, maintain friendship, because I believe you're not to get married to a stranger. So I am happy, yes, because I have accepted. And the other reason for me to get happy, I know I'll get married. Yes.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. Wow. We are talking to Mr. Caston Kioni and Miss Wambui Ngunyi about being single. Keep sending in your comments and views to the number on your screen, 0765 414246. You can also find us on our social media platforms. On Facebook, we are at Champions TV fan page. You can also follow us on our Instagram. We are at Champions TV Kenya. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are at Champions TV Kenya, and our Twitter handle is at Champions TV Kenya. We're going to go on a short commercial break, so keep it Champions TV, because we are going to find out how these two spend their Valentine's Day. Keep it Champions TV.